And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
On first down, gone. He hits Riddick underneath. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. A shotgun snap for Goff. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Out to the flat for Reddick. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. Well, thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
DC. 3rd and 2. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now Goff on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. He got 29 yards that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
All right, here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
And again, it's Allen. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go. 56.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Allen now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set. Green, 39.
Throwing again. Allen. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down. Now gone. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen looks to throw on second down. But he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now here come the Ravens. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's gone. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And now running right through it. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Gone. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Landry, the intended target. So after the INT, it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Now Allen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. On 1st down, it's gone. Out to the flat for Riddick. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play action. It's gone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Hot!
From the gun, it's Allen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Now a play fake here on first down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Here's Riddick. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Right back to him on first down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Allen to throw on 3rd down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is Reddick on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now gone. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, gone. Going deep here for Landry. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
from midfield. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. This is Cohen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Landry. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Throwing on third. Goff. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. The completion to Riddick. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, Goff. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw on second down is gone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they take a knee.
Well, that's the play you work on each and every week. Your offense taking a knee at the end means you've won the ball game. But how about the defensive effort? A shutout, pitching a shutout, they're going to feel great about themselves.
They're going to feel really great about themselves. A big goose egg on the scoreboard. Nice job defensively.
Yeah, I say dinner on the defensive coordinator tonight.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Carolina, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up with Anthony Fasano. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They go play action with Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 43 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To throw again is Wilson. Breaks through the contact. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. Your kicking team pinned the Bucs against their own end zone. Now keep them there. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Back near his own goal line, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It didn't work out this time, but there's always next time. And we'll see you next time right here on the Solo Challenge for Madden Ultimate Team. So a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneer offense gets ready to go. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And you just dominated them with your defense. Keep up the good work. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. The game is almost over. Run down the clock by keeping the ball on the ground, but don't miss the chance to pad your lead with another score. The offense for the Cowboys getting set to go on 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing about how this works is Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge, you can always restart and try again. We'll see you next time. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. And now he'll tuck it and run. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Great job running down the clock and also expanding your lead. The Bucs now have no chance of coming back in this one.
Welcome to Mud Squads in Madden NFL 19. Mud Squads is Madden's 3 versus 3 team play mode, where you and your friends strategically combine your ultimate teams to win. Play against other human squads in squad seasons, or against the CPU in squads challenges, where new challenges are added weekly. There are 3 roles to choose from in Mud Squads: offensive captain, defensive captain, and head coach. On the field, use the position-specific gameplay mechanics to be an all-pro at your position. For more information on the specifics of each role, visit the help screen on the squad lobby. These are just a few basics of Mud Squads in Madden NFL 19. Now it's time to squad up and get on the field.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And shilling through the tackle. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Vic operating on first down. Jerry Rice, open right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. First carry for Darius Geis, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, there we see one reason why Bruce Smith was a first ballot Hall of Famer. As disruptive a defensive force as there ever was, 200 career sacks, 2 more than my college teammate, Reggie White.
He was the #1 overall pick, Bruce Smith, back in '85, and part of course, those Bills teams that went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. On second down, here's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Back to the air, Smith on second down, and that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. Third down here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
This one caught by Crowder, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive #1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
But you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Eluding the pressure right. And Hill with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Vick to throw it, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Michael Vick. Now he's forced out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Moore, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Smith now on second down. Throw left side, complete. It's Richardson. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Smith throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Smith on 1st down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Zach Brown not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The final shot here before break. Smith under pressure again, and down he goes again. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Smith, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taking it about the 16. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. 1st down, Vick. And this is caught at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Vic. Trying to improvise. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Travis Kelce from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. From the gun, here's Smith. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Reed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Back to throw, Smith. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 3rd and long, it's Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these...
And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doxson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerry Rice, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. With that, we sign off from Landover. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that made Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Room here to run. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get level.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and we know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's...
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Booker on first down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Here's Wentz. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On first down, Keenum. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Craig Robertson in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Keenum. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Broncos offense. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And right away he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Rice, 44 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And Brady will sneak it. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Tom Brady taking it in. And the Madden Elites draw a bit closer.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, if the leader led,
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Justin Houston not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Ben on 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Madden Elites just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flushed out right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, it's Gurley. Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Brady. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw on third down, Brady. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Uses the spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. play action. Now it's Brady. Ebron's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So Gurley gashes the defense. A lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you. But even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that, by the way. On first and goal, Gurley. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Brady now on third and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Roethlisberger keeps it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Evans has it left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger going to give to Williams on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And open Rice. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a handoff for Gurley. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Johnny. And he's not even going to come close close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with it, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field. All right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. It's a big play there on third down. 65 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. And the Broncos getting ready to go on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, here's Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ray Lewis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Now Keenum. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Returnable now for Woodson. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mike Gillislee, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 48 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Keenum now to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Keenum. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. Too bad. Can't win them all, though. Come back, try again. Thanks for playing the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Champ. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. First carry for Devontae Booker. And not a whole lot doing there, so get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On first down, it's Keenum. And this will be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10, Keenum here again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Keenum to throw again. And he's got Hireman. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter.